I got them new classes. It is what it is. Probably one of the best things about, everything is those new classes. Everybody just loves them. It's just something everyone looks forward to. And by that, I mean quite possibly the worst thing that happens while you perform cellular respiration. Aren't you glad you learned what that meant? I am. I know I'm grateful because if I didn't know what that meant, I would just be lost. I wouldn't know how my stools are made. I wouldn't know how plants get their food. And I damn sure wouldn't know how to breathe. Now every time you're on the can and you produce a poop, you can say, science, yay! Some of those things they teach you in those classes just, I don't get it, man. I don't understand the point. I know I've gone over this in past videos, so I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but I truly believe that half of school is just being around strangers and being around a new authoritative figure. I think that's really what the importance or the level of what you're supposed to get comes from, is just being around new people and being told new things. I don't even think it's really what you're trying to learn. Walking in on that first day, you got all the random strangers sitting around and you got to make sure it's the right room. They all look at you like you just came from outer space, like they've never seen another human before. So then once everybody's in the room, everybody's sitting around, you wait for the professor to come in 5 minutes late. And everybody, some people will be chatting it up. Other people will be dead quiet. Somehow some people already know a lot of people in there, even though it's complete strangers and they didn't sign up together. So I don't know how that happens. Maybe they can just read each other's minds. Then there's always that one person that sounds like they're in the Goodfellas movie that's snorting away over there in the corner. Like, what the hell do they have going on? It's day one and homie to the front's already got bronchitis. Then, you get the professor to come in so that they can go over the syllabus for an hour while nobody listens and everybody looks at their phone. You ever look around at other people's phones, like not on your own, but just look at other people that are on their phones? I'm not saying to stalk them, but in theory, you'd think, oh, maybe they're just doing something stupid. Maybe they're just looking at Instagram. Maybe they're just, Snapchatting a bunch of people they don't even want to talk to. But if you actually ever glance at somebody's phone and can read what's going on, it's some high class information. Like, there was a dude the other day texting somebody about the launch codes. And I was like, what does this guy got going on? Like, it looked normal, didn't look like a threat to humanity, but it's just, you never know. It's like, this guy, he's in here to learn art 101, and he's over here looking at some launch codes. Maybe there's bigger fish to fry. I always love when the professor goes over the syllabus, even though they told you the day before to look it over. So not only did they waste your time once if you looked it over, but for the people that didn't look it over, 100% of the class, they're not listening. They're probably looking at Wattpad or some shit. See, now me personally, I don't know if this is just, me personally, but every class I've ever had, there's always one person that's just a little over enthusiastic about the material. And if you get a professor that's over enthusiastic about the material, it can make for an interesting combination. Another thing too is, whenever I ask a question, which I don't do anymore, I get more confused by the answer I'm given than I was before I asked the question. You'll ask is this what the formula is? Or is this what you do in this situation? And then the professor might as well say, I like chocolate pudding after I drink yogurt. It doesn't really help. And then they hit you with does that make it better? Then you always got to be like, yeah, that makes me feel great. Even though you don't know what the hell just happened. You're just conflicted. You have nobody to turn to because they're debating nuclear codes. Sometimes, every once in a while, you get that professor that's like, well, did it or did it not? And it's like, bruh, all right, I'm going to be real with you. Somebody in here has bronchitis, and I got to talk over that every time we interact. My balls are stuck to my damn thigh. My brain feels like it's getting a warm tissue massage, and homie to the front's trying to change the world in this 101 class. So we're good. I get it. I understand everything I need to know. We can keep it rolling. Then you always got that certified game spitter in the class that's just trying to pick up girls left and right. And they're getting numbers on the first day, and it's like, bro, you might as well just go right to the Stairmaster. Just go to the gym, swipe your ID, You know what I'm saying? Make sure your stuff's in a lockbox. Unless you don't want to. You want to be one of those people that just carries all your shit around. Go get on the Stairmaster because that's where she's going to have your ass, is doing laps to nowhere. You're over there cheesing. I can't even hold my eyes open. I've yawned like 12 times. It's like one of those quiet yawns. You know what I mean? And then every once in a while when you make like weird eye contact, you like go for a yawn, but it like doesn't like happen. You don't get like the full yawn. So you just sit there with your mouth open looking like a jackass. That's like my special. You ever zone out in a class? You just zone out for like 5 seconds. The conversation the professor's having will just go 180. And then you'll come back in and you'll be like, where have I been? Like, did I just teleport and come back? This is wild. Then always towards like the end of class, when there's like 2-3 minutes left, everybody starts putting their shit away. And most of the time, the professor tries to like talk over it. But it's like, why are we even doing, like, I can't hear what you're saying. There's so much jingling and rappers, and how much shit do you have to put away? I don't understand. Would you bring your house to the room? They're moving in, get the U-Haul. Then you always get those people that try and be sneaky that like do like iMessage on their computer or their laptop or like watch Netflix. It's like, oh yeah, you're a gift. Thanks. This isn't distracting to my learning. They're the same ones to like complain that they can't get their work done because of like how much they have going on. You'll get those professors too that are like adamant that you buy their textbook, and it's like, no thanks. Like, yeah, let me buy a brand new book because that's the only way to purchase it, which isn't a scam at all. And then at the end, I'll trade it in for a nickel. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's a good trade. You could literally have it in the wrap and they'll be like, nah. And it's like, okay, this is fair. It's like, wonderful. I might as well just lit my money on fire. If I was ever a professor, I feel like I'd get my class pretty lit, honestly. Like, I'd make it so that people wouldn't just be on their phone the whole time. Because I'm being real. Like, if I was a professor and I looked up and somebody had, like, earbuds in and they had, like, their Netflix out, I'm slapping the hell out of that Chromebook. That better be insured because it's about to get these knuckles. All right, I'm out of here, man. That's going to do it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. See you in the next one.